Hey everybody, it's Rick. I'm back with another video today. Today we're going to be playing with the Caffeinated Critters bundle from the Rabbit Hole Designs. And this is different than the bundle you can get at Simon Says Stamp. In this bundle, you get the Caffeinated Critter stamp and die set, coordinating dies. Also included in that bundle is a Sip Sip Hooray 3x4 stencil. And then while supplies last, you get this exclusive embellishment mix from Trinity Stamps, and I cannot remember the name of it, but Trinity is not carrying this, neither is the Rabbit Hole Design. This is only a freebie while supplies last when you purchase the bundle from the Rabbit Hole Designs. So there's that. Now they also have, this time, we have some blended sentiments sheets. And there's 4 in a pack. You get 2 white printed on black and 2 sheets of white printed on, or black printed on white cardstock. And they are heavy duty cardstock. It was asked if you could foil them. We're going to try that in a little while to see, and we'll try that out. I also may use the Sentimentally Speaking stamp and die set, or the Sassy Sentiments 3. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I pulled those just in case. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get our stamps ready. All right. We're going to be doing a little masking today. We're going to make a clean and simple-ish card using this bundle. So we're only going to really only use the stamp set. I have some scraps of some masking paper. We're going to use that for our mask. So we'll go ahead and stamp the image. We're going to lay out our stamps first, so I know how much room I need. I'm going to use the little cat, and then we're going to use the little bunny, and then the bee. Okay, those are the ones I'm going to use. And when you're creating a or masking off images, you're going to want to stamp the image that is in the closest, the one that's going to be most forward first. So we're going to stamp our little bee first. And I'm going to stamp in tuxedo black ink because we are going to do some alcohol marker coloring. So I'll go ahead and pop on my sheet of masking paper. I'm going to stamp him one more time. Then I will cut him out, and I'm also going to go ahead and stamp my bunny because I know I'll need a mask for him. So we'll go ahead and stamp him as well. And then I'll cut these out and be right back. All right, I've got my mask cut out, and I went ahead and did the cat as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and place our bee mask. And all I did to do the masking, I just cut it just on the black line of our stamped image. I'm gonna place my bunny here. Him, and we'll mask him off. Take our cat, place him more in our little scene. All right, now I'm going to take my little mask for my little cat. What is he? The cat. All right, so there is everything masked off. I'm going to switch Misties for a second. I'm going to take and make We're going to add happy birthday. And I'm going to stamp it in London Fog ink. This is just a nice gray color. I'm going to move that down. And we're just going to stair step this down a little bit each time. Move it down again. And I'm making sure that the cardstock is lined up on the edge each time. And what I'm doing is with each birthday, each happy birthday sentiment, I'm moving it down just to the 8 on my ruler on the side. All right. Now I've got that done. I've gone ahead and cut out one of the happy birthday sentiment. And I just cut the die out. I'm going to line that up on my Misty. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put my stamp together. Pick that up. We'll move that. Take a scratch piece of paper. I'll stamp that on there. Then I can line my die cut up around my sentiment. Make sure it's nice and even on both sides. We can pop our die cut in. And we will stamp our happy birthday sentiment on our die cut, just in case we want to use it. But now we are going to add just a little bit more with our Sip Sip Ah stencil. I'm going to take just a little mint tape, a Post-it note, whichever one. I'm going to mask off the cups. For now, and our little coffee beans. And then we're going to mask off our edge of our stencil as well. So I'm going to take a little Toffee Crunch ink and add just a little coffee stain back here. Move that. Mask off a couple more. So we can move it around our card. Add some over here, overlap a couple. Some nice ink splatters everywhere. The coffee splatters. All right, there's all my little ink blending done to the background. And we're gonna go ahead and peel off our mask. So we're gonna be super careful. I'll start with the one at the bottom. Try not to tear it or tear our paper. All right, so there is our background and our focal image on there. Now we're going to take and we are going to color our images up. So I'm going to pull in my scratch piece of paper. And I'm going to use my tri-blend today. So I'm going to start off with our B. I'm going to use the golden yellow blend for him. I'm going to come in with the lightest color. We'll go in with our darkest. Switch over to the medium. And if y'all have not tried these, I highly recommend them. They're fun. Takes, especially if you're just learning to color with alcohol markers, this takes all your guesswork out. Because all your blends are all in the same marker. It just makes it super easy. And I do have the brush markers as well. I just got these for Christmas. Let's see, we'll do our ice gray for our stripes. Come in with the dark. See if you get the right marker. We're going to do just the ice blue blend for his little wings. I'm actually going to use the blender as well to blend that. So I just used the lightest color. For our little bunny, we're going to make him a little brown bunny today. We're going to use the muted brown blend or shade blend. Just tie everything together. Gray to his tail and his tummy. We're going to make a little orange cat. Let's give him some color. Add her in our shadow. And when we get done with him, we're going to come back after it dries a little bit and we'll add some more detail to our little cat. Blend right there so that softens out into that white. Go ahead and use the lightest of our ice gray. Blend that together. All right, now we're going to give him blue robe. Go ahead and color his little robe. And if you look in the pocket, right there, there's a little mouse. So there's lots of cute little details in this set. So let's do our little mouse. Then we're going to add in a little pink for our little bunny slippers. Just because I find it hysterical. And we'll also little pink noses. All right, while we're going to come in and add some tabby marks on our little cat. A little added extra detail. And then I think our bunny, our bee is going to be holding an orange cup. So we can repeat our colors. And our bunny's going to have a pink cup. And our little cat, let's give him a little brown cup. That will tie in nicely to our color palette going on. And then for our beverages, we're going to come in a little bit darker. I'm just going to swap in a darker brown. And then we need to put our pink into our bunny's ears. Or I mean our cat's ears. He has a little bit of color in there. All right, now we are going to give them a little grounding. So I'm going to come in with the lightest set of gray markers. This is the ice gray. And I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow under our cat. And blend that out. That way it looks like he's standing somewhere. I'm going to cut him out with the U-bend frame size so that we have a nice frame going around our image. And then we will take our card base and add everything together. All right, while I'm getting my card base set up, I'm going to pop in. We're going to go and try to foil the sentiment sheets from the blended sentiment sets. So we'll be right back. All right, I'm going to try and laminate one of the blended sentiments sheets. They're not recommended to be foiled. We wasn't sure if they work or not, but I'm going to give it a try. So I'm going to cut off one of the strips. All right, I have a carry sheet. I have a shim. It's Magic Foil shim from Taylor Expressions. I have a Swiffer cloth. I have a piece of gold deco foil. So we're going to cut that down. My feeling is it's going to be hit and miss if they work or not. I do have my mini mink set to 5. When I tried it earlier on 3, it didn't work. So I bumped it up to 4. It went okay. I had to run it through a couple times. So I'm going to try it again on 5. So we are going to take and use our Swiffer and clean off our carry sheet, our foil, and go ahead and brush over our 2 sentiments. I'm going to take our sentiments and stick in our carrier sheet up in the crease. I'll stick my foil on top. Now I'm going to take my shim, place on top of that, and I'll run that through. But like I was saying, it's not wasn't suggested that you could do this, and we didn't know for sure if you could or not. So it's going to be play at your own risk. And again, it may not work for you. It might take some trial and error. I'm going to go ahead and run it through a second time just to be on the safe side. So I did get it to foil on there, but you can see it's missing spots. So I've always had that problem with foiling. Let's check the other one. It did foil, but it did miss a couple of spots. So again, it's going to be hit and miss. But I did get that one to foil a little bit better. So just try it. If it doesn't work for you, like I said, it worked for me a little, and you just have to play with it. But we're gonna get back to making our card. All right, as you can see, it did work, but as I said in that part of the video, it's at your own risk. It might work for you, it might not. You just have to play with it and try it. So there's that. Now, I've got all my parts and pieces cut out. I did cut a matte layer from some brown cardstock. So we are going to add that to our card base first. And I just used the largest of the U-bend frame dies to do that. And it fits on it's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece. So it fits on the entire card front. We'll go ahead and add that on. Pinching it into place, making sure it is lined up with our card base. Then I'm going to attach my focal panel with some 1mm foam tape. So I want to give it just a little bit of a lift. Just going to take a piece, add it on the back of our focal image. So I'm going to peel these backings off. And add some liquid glue. We'll add that to our card front. So I'm going to stand up and line this up. And what I'm lining up to is the 3 dots in the center of our panel here, because the 2 dots on the next size down actually lines up in the middle of those. And then the smaller one actually lines up in the middle of that one. So that's how you can tell you have it lined up. Now we're going to add our sentiment down here at the bottom. And I think I'm going to pop it up as well. Just using a little scraps of that 1mm foam tape. Just place it behind our sentiment. Trying to keep it hid. Trim off. Any pieces that overhang. Get our backings off. Grab a pair of tweezers. There. And then this I'm going to trim down a little bit. I'm going to add a little foam tape behind it as well. Add liquid glue. Add that right there. All right, we're going to add a few of our embellishments. All right, I'm grabbing my little tray. Since my little triangle tray is MIA again, I mean, I know y'all are shocked. We're going to add a few of our embellishment mix onto our project. Add a few more. All right, we're going to come in and add some white gel pen highlights and add just a few more finishing details to our images. So we're going to add some white highlights to our little bee, our little bunny. A little bit to our cat. Then for our bee's wings, we're going to add a little Stardust Tickles. Just to give them a little bit of sparkle. All right, here's a closer look at my card. And there's a look at the inside, which we left blank. If you like this video, you're probably going to like the one coming up next. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay crafty. Love you. Bye.